Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to another episode of Article Reactions. Some of the articles will be informative, some will be shocking, and some may just make you shake your head. We will be starting shortly. You do have the opportunity to financially support the channel in order to help it grow. So, in the very least of that manner, please like, share, and subscribe. Join Char Willie and Classic Ruby for their radio show, Keep the Beat. They broadcast every Wednesday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on CRBJ, Classic R&B Jams. There are discussions of the songs, and that can take you back down memory lane. If you missed the live broadcast, no worries. Replays are uploaded on Mixcloud. So, follow JustAskChar Advice Channel on Mixcloud, and you will receive the notification when these broadcasts are uploaded. So, thank you everyone for joining the show. We are about to get started.
All right. Welcome, everyone. Happy Saturday. Welcome to another episode of Article Reaction. Hope you got your drinks. Hope you got everything you need. You're ready to sit back because you don't have to do a lot today. Just maybe put a couple of emojis in the chat room and like, what the world? Shocking face and those type of things. You ain't got to work hard this Saturday. Oh, no. Because we got all the work for you. Oh, yeah. But I hope you're doing well. And thank you so much for tuning in. We do appreciate it. We always have some good stuff for you. You never know what you're going to get. Except for Kens and Karens. That you do know. That will always be. So, let's see what we got for you. I got some money for you. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with some money for you. That's what I'm going to start off with. But I will mention a few things. I mentioned yesterday about fall was coming. I hope you're ready for it. Back to school. Because they're really pushing the kids back in the classroom. I saw a few things written yesterday and I'm like, oh, well, if they got to go back, they got to go back. But I am a little concerned because I've been hearing a few things. I have a couple of friends that work in the system. And, what's written is not always what's true. And I'll put it that way. So I'm just wondering how things will work out. I'm always concerned about the fellow man. Oh, yeah. Always. So I'm like, oh boy. And what else I wanted to tell you right quick? Was there one more thing besides that? Because I don't have any news on. I want to wait a little bit before I bring any more about this pandemic. We brought some things to you last week, but some of the stuff I'm now hearing is look like it's just scare porn. So I'm like, well, let me wait till I get some more details, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I'll just go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and welcome the birthday girl. She's still celebrating, y'all. You know she's still celebrating. So without further ado, everyone, you know what to do. Stand up, wave your hands up in the air, and wave them like you just don't care. And let's all greet and welcome Classic Ruby, y'all.
Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there, why not go down there? Go down there.
Stay down there, girl. Stay down there.
Stay down there. Yes! I told y'all. I told y'all, man. 37 or not, I might as well be 18. Woo! I feel like I'm up in the club. Or, maybe in a nice caravana, before there was COVID. We drinking and dancing in the streets. Go down there. I'm telling you, man, COVID ruined that. That would have been the song of the season. Okay? Every club, caravana, every other float. You just would have heard that. You could have just walked down the whole parade and just heard that song constantly all day. I'm telling you, listen, don't worry, Spice. I got you. Next year, I'm going to push the song for you still. Well, not next year. 2027 when the pandemic's over. I'm still going to push the song for you, girl. Don't worry, I got you.
Okay, because it sounds like this is, oh boy, it's going to be ongoing. And you got to be safe because first they got to lie to you. Then you get a little truth. And then your brain kicks in like, wait a minute, what's more logical? And then you make the better decision. And then by that time, they'll start telling you a little bit truth.
Oh yeah, of course, naturally. And I'll tell you, and I don't know, we might have some people up in the clouds today watching because I got into a relatively, let's say, heated, mild discussion about COVID the other day on BMT's panel. Yeah, I did. And it's just because there's so much misinformation and misunderstanding. And the thing is, it's so easy for everybody, for the media to lie or to be misinformed and pass along that misinformation, not understanding that they're passing along misinformation when it comes to the virus and the pandemic. And the primary reason is because honestly, people don't read. Okay, let me explain that though. I'm not trying to insult y'all. People don't read. And so when they get to somewhere, they go, ooh, New England Journal or ooh, Harvard or whatever, right? So that already biases them. Oh, this is like, special school and whatever. They couldn't possibly lie. And then you see some reference somewhere in there. Oh, they're referencing research. So everything they say must just be the research, right? They just must be talking for 2 minutes or whatever about what the research says. And they don't understand that that's not the way it works. So you can literally post a link saying, yeah, here's the research that was conducted. I'm going to say this is what the research said and totally lie or misunderstand it or take, as this guy was doing, he was taking basically none of the actual research part. He was taking the last part where they said, I don't know, maybe this could mean a lot of things. We need to do more research in the future to see if it could mean that. I'm like, that's not what the research proved then. It didn't prove your point, bro. Like, that's not even a point. They're just saying, hey, here's an area for more research. That's not what we did over here, though. No, it's right here. And it's written, and it says it's Harvard. And I'm like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. I can't do this. I can't do this, y'all. Like, no one knows who to trust anymore. And I understand why, because everybody is saying something different. And the one source I trusted, I'm going to be honest, I trusted one source. I'm even going to put it out there. I trusted TYT. I did. Okay. But I don't like the way that they're moving with the vaccination. I don't. And I've actually commented on it in their chat rooms, and they cleaned up their words in their next streams, but then they go back to saying what they were saying. Like, they were for the, vaccination. Okay, fine. It's not a cure, but and then they just keep acting like it's a cure, and you're going to protect your family by taking the vaccination. And I'm like, you're lying. And you know you're
Right.
lying
Hmm.
because you know you can still catch the virus and transmit it. So if you have kids who are under 12, you will still infect them. If you have sickly people or people who have allergies and stuff and can't take it, you will still transmit it to them. And what's worse is you won't even know you're sick. You'll think you're fine all the time because it won't affect you. So you're passing along misinformation and you're bastardizing it, and people are listening to you and they really trust you because you're grassroots media. Like, it's driving me crazy. So
I
God.
understand. Now you remember um, that it was mentioned when it first happened that you can use bleach, and that probably will help you out. So I don't know. I think I heard it rumored that you could use Windex. Don't quote me
Girl,
on that.
stop.
Yeah, don't quote me now. But I think I heard about that. So if that's the case, I would say don't do it. But
Please,
I
please
do
don't.
want you to get $10. Now that I do want you to get.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a class action lawsuit, and you can claim up to $10 and no receipts or anything, and it's from
Mm,
if you purchase from January 1st, 2019 all the way to July 9th, 2021.
I did.
Oh yeah, because I still
Nice.
have some bottles in there myself. I was looking to see if they wanted the UPC code. I'm like, I'm ready for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Mm-hmm.
did me like that with those wipes. I was ready. But that was a recall though. But I was ready. I've been
Right.
ready for my stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
you guys, I put the form in the chat room. Y'all can grab that, fill that out. Got to I think September, October to fill that out and get your $10. Oh yeah, get your $10, good people. Get your $10
Is that per bottle or is that just it doesn't
in
matter?
total. No, that's
Oh,
in total.
feel kind of hustled. Like, you would think that my brand loyalty, if I bought six, I should get $10 per bottle, right? Where one person only bought one, they still get the same $10 I did, but I'm just out on the other bottles. That kind of feels like a rip off, you know? Like, I mean, I want all my $10.
Well, that's all they're gonna give you up to $10. So you can claim 10 of them.
All
So
right.
that'll be $2. I mean, yeah, $2 a bottle. Is it? Wait, no, a dollar. So you can
Oh,
claim up to 10, which will be a dollar a bottle, and that's the most they're gonna give you. So, but that's fine.
all
I mean,
right, all right.
considering you used it, you used it already. So hey, you can't beat it
Yeah,
with a stick.
that's true. That's true. I guess. Right. I'm still thinking like $30. You know what I could do with $30?
No, no. I think what I have last week, what I think I had last week, you can get up to $50. So I only got $10 for you this week. But hey, I'm trying. I'm
Right.
trying to get you some money. I'm trying, folk.
It adds
Not
up.
all of us are six figures, and not all of us are have pensions. So I'm trying.
Hmm. It adds up, girl. It adds up. Right? Don't let people, dismiss the. Yes, I wanted $30. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna take that back. But it adds up, and the more you save, that's why these super couponer people, they save
Hmm.
like thousands of dollars a month in 50-cent increments, right? And you think it's like, no, my generation don't even look at coupons, honestly, right? But you can save thousands of dollars at 50 cents here, 10 cents there, 25 cents there. Like, it adds up. Don't dismiss it. Makes
Yeah,
sense. Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't be playing. I used to when I used to do some long walking, I used to collect the coins I would find. And I said, I'm gonna wait to the end of the year and just see how much I collect. And one year it was 30 some dollars, and I'm like, wow.
Wow. Wow. The I don't have the patience or the diligence, but I wish I did, you know?
Oh, don't be like that.
It's one of
Yeah.
those.
And also, I want to go ahead and tell you guys too that there's a beef recall. Nearly 300,000 pounds of beef were recalled, and that's 39 products. So I'm going to also put the link in the chat room for you to see if your beef is on the list. You want some beef? You may not want any beef, but um, you need to see if the beef is on the list. Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of horrified. Okay.
Got to be careful.
What was wrong with it this time? Listeria?
E.
Ah,
coli.
yummy. Yeah. Okay. Feeling great about it.
Yeah, E. coli bacteria. So, and I'm like, that's quite a bit, 29 different brands. So I'm like,
Right.
ooh.
Well,
So, yeah, because it's hitting everything, the meatballs, all of that. So I'm like, oh boy. I said, let me get this list, tell the good people so they can protect themselves. Oh, yeah.
mhm. Yes. Stop lying to y'all selves. Y'all think, oh no, the meat from this company is so much better than this company. No, it's not. It's all the same meat. It's coming from the exact same place. This is proving it to you. 29? That's a lot. Like, they're just all just taking it from the same place. And then, like we think about it like we think every single one of these little companies all have their own like meat manufacturer. They're slaughtering a cow themselves. They're not, right? They're all using the same farms. So don't let them rip you off. Just go to the cheaper brand of this list. Like, look at this list and the cheapest brand, buy that because the meat's coming from the same place. Okay, just so we're all clear. Well, you know what? And I was going to go buck wild on COVID. I was going to do it this week because I was just so aggravated the other day, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm only going to do one. I'm only going
Oh,
to do one.
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I got other things to talk about. I'm not
All
going to
right.
disrupt my whole flow, right? Because Super
Mm-hmm.
Mike irritated me. So we're just going to do the
Mm.
one. All right. So love you, Super Mike. But okay. So as you see here, emerging signs, COVID-19 vaccines may not stop Delta variant. No, we knew this, right? This is the thing that's driving me crazy. We have been saying that here for months because the science already came out. But, it's coming out. Let's read it. There are early signs that people who have been vaccinated against COVID-19 may be able to transmit the Delta variant of the virus as easily as those who have not. Shocking, scientists at Public Health England said on Friday. The findings chime with those from the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, which last week raised concerns that vaccinated people infected with Delta could, unlike other variants, readily transmit it. They said unlike other variants.
Ah.
Unlike other variants. So,
Ah.
how many people died? I'm just wondering around the world, right? On the original variant, like it wasn't that readily transmittable. I mean, what it wasn't being transmitted from person to person. What was it in the water? And y'all lied to us? Like this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're all readily transmittable. Okay, anyway, it just the highly infectious Delta variant has become the dominant coronavirus type globally, sustaining a pandemic that has already killed more than it's telling us already killed more than 4.4 million people, including over 130,000 in Britain. Vaccines have been shown to provide good protection against severe disease and death from Delta, especially with 2 doses, but there is less data on whether vaccinated people can still transmit it to others. Also, to be clear, we already did at least one news story that talked
Mm-hmm.
about the fact that someone who was double vaccinated did die from the Delta variant after being double vaccinated. Um, anyway, so I just don't like the misinformation. It's crazy.
Right.
So, some initial findings indicate that levels of virus in those who become infected with Delta having already been vaccinated may be similar to levels found in unvaccinated people. Okay, I'm going to say
Mm-hmm.
that again. The initial findings indicate that levels of virus in those who become infected with Delta having already been vaccinated
Mm-hmm.
may be similar to levels found in unvaccinated people. Okay, so
Oh.
this is what we were just saying. You having this vaccine doesn't prevent you from catching the virus. Now, what they're saying is not only does it not prevent you from catching the virus, but whether you have the vaccine or not, you will get the same amount of the virus. It will continue to replicate in your body at the same rate as it would in an unvaccinated person. So if you test both people, right, an unvaccinated person and a vaccinated person, they're going to have the exact same amount of Delta variant attacking them.
Scary.
Right. Okay. This may have implications for people's infectiousness, whether they have been vaccinated or not. I don't know why they keep saying this. Of course it does. However,
Right.
this like what do you mean? It's always okay. However, this is early exploratory analysis and further targeted studies are needed to confirm whether this is the case. PHE said that of confirmed Delta cases that had ended up hospitalized since July 19, 55.1% were unvaccinated, while 34.9% had received 2 doses of a COVID 19 vaccine. Did you guys hear that?
Mm.
Confirmed Delta cases that had ended up hospitalized since July 19th, 34.9% had received 2 doses of a COVID 19 vaccine.
Oh.
You see how they're trying to like present this information like they don't already know it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have to give you the facts and the statistics, which are telling you that, okay, fine, 55.1 were unvaccinated, but 34.9 were double vaccinated. That's the thing that's supposed to protect you from being hospitalized and getting super sick, right? Okay.
Dang.
Right? I can't do this with them anymore. I can't. You know what? I can't even do this article anymore. I can't do it. It's ridiculous. Because then they turn around in the next thing and try to just clean it up again. Like that's the fact. It, it's not protected. Like guys, I understand we're all tired. Please continue wearing your masks and social distancing, even if you've been double vaccinated, because the vaccine is not preventing anyone from catching or transmitting the virus. It's just not. And also, the vaccine has a half life that's not infinite, which means that literally day by day, month by month, your protection goes down. That's why you need a third booster. And then that's why you
Mm-hmm.
need a yearly booster on top of that, right? So guys, I know it's not ideal, but please protect yourselves and your loved ones. Just wear the masks, social distance. Don't be stupid, please. That's it.
Right. You do not have a Kevlar vest.
Right. Or
That's our.
lungs.
Right. Now, what I'm going to do is mine is going to be a little back to back to back to back. I'm talking
All
about
right.
California.
Mm-hmm.
So this probably be, I don't know, could be about 30 minutes, but I'm going to do the best I can.
All right.
And last week I talked about the Target stores in California closing at 6 o'clock. And I'm like, all of them? I'm like, what is going on? Something is strange. Something is weird, peculiar. What is going on? This doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I'm going to have to find out. But little did I know it was just going to pop in my face and say, hey, you want to know more? I'm going to give you more. I'm like, oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that you just popped up and told me because I was going to look a little later, but thanks for doing that. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this particular part, it plays, it's weird. It has music in it, so I can't play it. Um, and what else it has? It has music in it, I can't play it. But I want you to see some of the visuals and let's see what we can do with it. I'll do the best I can and I'll read the article as it's playing. So I'm gonna be on a different screen. I don't know what you're gonna get. I know we're past the commercial, so we should be good.
All right.
All right, let's see here. San Francisco. So it's called California's Proposition 47. It leads to the rise in shoplifting, thefts, criminal activities across state. Okay. San Francisco. In a lighted garage On one of San Francisco's busiest streets, a young man in baggy trousers and messy brown hair pulls down his pants. He had been hiding two pair of stolen jeans with the tags still on them. He handed them to another man waiting nearby, took some money, pants, and headed back into another store on Market Street, home to the city's high-end designers and big chain retail shops. The incident wasn't a one-off. These brazen acts of petty theft and shoplifting are a dangerous and all too common consequence of Proposition 47, a referendum passed 5 years ago that critics say effectively gives shoplifters and addicts the green light to commit crimes as long as the merchandise they steal or drugs that they take are less than a value of $950. The decision to downgrade theft of property value below the arbitrary figure from felony to misdemeanor, together with selective enforcement that focuses on more serious crimes, has resulted in thieves knowing that they can brazenly shoplift and merchants knowing the police will not respond to their complaints. So that's what's going on. I'm like, well, that makes sense. And let me read this next paragraph.
Mm-hmm.
Let's scroll down a little bit. Move that ad out the way. Okay. In the city of the Bay's famous Tenderloin District, which was shown on the screen that you guys were looking at, Cassie, a 21-year-old mother of two and a former heroin junkie, told Fox News that when times were tough, she too has stolen from stores. If my baby need formula and diapers, who's going to get them for me? No one. I have to do it, she said. They ain't out there arresting people for shoplifting, and everyone knows it. Proposition 47 is seen by critics as Chicago, of California's biggest blunders, supported by the state Democratic Party and championed by the American Civil Liberties Union. The referendum was passed by a wide margin in 2014. Now, we're going to look at some video that I actually can play with audio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be very interesting. So let me get that screen together for you guys.
And can I just say for the record here, just really quickly,
Sure.
we knew that that was shady. Your answers did not make any sense. It didn't make any sense. You didn't present the whole story. This makes a lot more sense. Oh no, everyone is shoplifting. Everyone. This is like, why not?
Right.
I need stuff. You're not gonna arrest me, so if I get caught, I get caught.
Yeah.
It's like being 8 years old again, right? Like, stealing that lipstick's wrong, but like, what are you gonna get grounded for a week? Like, you might want to take the risk, right? Like, no one's arresting you. It's not ruining your life. You'll be fine.
Right. Because I'm like, this is too shady. I'm like, what? What
Mm-hmm.
is going on? I'm like, all the Target stores in the one state gonna close at the same damn time?
Right. At 6 p.m., like, okay.
And the
What?
reason because of they're losing money. I'm like, but and then you're concerned with people still on, like, well, we can steal from those hours that's open if that's the case. So what are you
Mm-hmm.
talking about now? This, it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. So I'm like, okay.
Right.
So let me pull this up here, share audio, and it has to be you. It better be you. Boop. And it's you. All right, here we go.
All right.
Okay. Lovely.
Perfect.
Goes on from morning to night, every single day, over and over and over again.
They're literally just taking it from the store. They're taking it, grabbing it, and running.
I mean, you don't feel safe.
I've been in this Bay Area 20 years. I've never seen this.
When I was made aware of the numbers, particularly in San Francisco, it blows your mind away.
The problem has only gotten worse.
We're talking multi-millions of dollars that are being stolen, and this money then in turn is being used by crime syndicates, both in the US and in other countries, to fund some really bad activities.
We're not talking about just one or two items that someone might need to get by. Our investigations have shown that there are organized fences where people are selling these products that they steal.
This is the one that we had to close down, and the bottom window is now boarded up because someone broke into our store one night.
A guy come and just grab anything that he can get.
I work in retail, so I see it all the time.
We overlook a lot of the shops, and we always see shoplifting happen.
It's just lawlessness. People are just openly just coming in and stealing stuff. People that you would never even would suspect.
It's definitely gotten a lot more aggressive over the last couple of years. People are very, very bold in their shoplifting tactics, is what we've seen recently.
Now it seems so open and brazen.
They casually come in, grab what they need, and walk out.
This has been going on for a year and a half now. It's really bad.
There's obviously been more of it in the past year.
It's just getting worse and worse.
It's crazy. It's getting bad.
Especially along the pier. Like, people don't want to leave their stuff out because they're afraid somebody's going to snatch it and grab it. You know, these people, it's hardworking people. They've been here for years. A lot of shops had to close during the pandemic. So to try to reopen and get back on track is hard, you know, and they're afraid.
We have sometimes like potentials posted in the front of the store or just waiting in the alleyway. So it's kind of on and off. You do have good days, and sometimes you unfortunately have some bad days.
She manages Dior. We just had lunch and they got maced. That was a new approach to get in. And, you know, she had a lot of her employees up, you know, for their lives.
This alley right here is like another hot spot for people to get, you know, stuff taken. So, you know, I witnessed a woman that was just standing right there, and two guys did plan robbing her. One of them took her bag on the side and they just ran.
The standard of living in San Francisco is going down. So like, it's kind of making sense. There's a lot of shopping going on. I work security, so I work security at the Taxel Fifth and in the mall too, and I see a lot of stuff like that.
As far as the stuff being locked up, I feel like it's unfair to the people that, you know, that needs it. Like, we have to wait for an attendant to finish what they're doing to come up, and then we have a shorter staff. It's like, it's all kinds of things.
Us employees, you know, we can't really do much.
You're not allowed to do anything until they physically take the merchandise from you.
If they don't do nothing, they don't do nothing.
Sometimes there's nothing I can do about it. You know, they get away too fast. Other times I'm able to stop them, but you know, it's kind of it's one of those things where you just have to keep watching out for it.
I got called them out, and then we got detectives that come.
I ran up to stop them, and they kind of threatened everyone here, and then they took what they wanted to and left.
Everybody is covered up with masks. You don't see a face, so it's impossible to identify it.
It's ridiculous. It makes no sense. There's no logic in what they're doing, especially the car break-ins.
It happens every day here on the street, as you can see. The broken glass there, this happens every day. I see 2 to 3, 4 or 5 cars up and down the street getting broken into in broad daylight. People walk out with stuff and police don't do anything.
We get broken windows every few minutes. We got like 30 cars now that's with broken windows here because people have experienced the smash and grab thing.
Oh, it's kind of getting out of hand though, I ain't gonna lie. The car, breaking into cars and stuff, I park my car down here, so, you know, maybe I hide my stuff.
So on a daily basis, what we're seeing is, believe it or not, 10 car break-ins a day, like it's nothing.
Many times I've had nothing in my car, but people have just broken into my car and made a mess of it for no reason.
Sad part is that we just got back to work Memorial Day weekend. Fisherman's Wharf has just opened up again, which is wonderful. And these poor tourists, they're coming over here. They have a great time in one of the most beautiful cities in the world, San Francisco, the city of love. Next thing you know, on the way out, boom, they're getting their luggages broken into. And it's just not one family. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And it goes on. Nobody's doing anything about it.
I think it's out of control, and no other major city has break-ins, stealing like San Francisco does.
Woo. My goodness.
Wow.
It just incredible. And this is from security. Well, we get so many, and I see them every day, and it's happening every day, and nothing you can do, and nothing you can do, and they come by and they do this, and you don't suspect them, and nothing you can do, and nothing you can, back to back to back.
Hmm.
I'm like, wow.
Wow. Uh, And there is nothing. What can you do? I mean, I remember being in that position and working in retail and stuff. And honestly, there isn't much you can do. Even if you see it, even if you catch them, like, are you going to put your life on the line?
Oh no.
Hell no, right? Like, sorry. I mean, I care about my job. I think this is wrong, but I don't get paid enough. You know, like I don't get paid enough for this. So it must be really frustrating though if you are an owner, because it's different
Right.
when you're just one of the little 15-year-old employee. It's frustrating, but what if you're the owner and there's nothing you can do, and you used to be able to use the cops at least, right, as a threat?
Right.
Where's the threat now?
Now they're like, oh, I know they're not coming, so because they, said they're not coming.
Hmm.
They're not worried
Right.
about you. They are not worried about you. They like, okay, well, they can come. It'll be
Yeah.
okay. I'm like, what the world? So I'm one, and and the other thing too, I was just about to say, well, what about strong arm robbery? I'm like, well, if they're allowed to get away with it, then they don't even need a weapon. They don't need anything.
Hmm.
So it's just walk in and walk out. But it is strange as far as just the windows being broken out of a car. I don't know if that's just someone that's just angry in life and doing that, but that's not getting that person anything. Unless, if something in the car, yes. But there were a couple of people that said, I had nothing in my car, and somebody just, broke into it.
Hmm.
I'm like, what the world? And I know if I'm a tourist, that's one place I'm not interested in going. I'm not driving there, and then they got some robberies, and that's probably those that look, kind of fancy, because it's easier to go in the store and rob than on the street if they see you got a little small purse. But if you look like you got the bling bing bling, then yeah, they're gonna come up on you.
Hmm. Remember when I said things add up? I remember once my car was broken into, and the only thing that was stolen from it was my change. So in the place where I don't know what that little slot was actually really made for, but it's kind of like underneath like the dash for the radio. There's like a slot, and you could kind of open and close that. And I used to put just all my change, and a bunch of change had built up, but it's like mostly pennies, dimes, and nickels, nothing huge, right? And that was the only thing that was missing, was all of those nickels and pennies and dimes. So it feels like there was nothing in here for you to steal. You didn't even take the radio or whatever. But
Right,
when your kids are starving, a couple bucks that they find that you forgot were there, a couple dimes here and there from 100 cars, that adds up. And we don't realize the kind of pressure that some people are under and the kind of fear some people are under. I mean, you've got, at this point, eviction moratoriums are
right.
being pushed off, and so people are going homeless, or they're going damn near starving because they try to pay off the back rent, but that meant they can't feed their kids. They got to do something. And this is the problem when your country doesn't properly support the citizens after a forced, like, it's not like everyone's in this position because of their choice, right? You forced the country as a whole to do something, and
Right.
then you were supposed to support the citizens, and then did absolutely nothing to support the citizens. It's gross. I mean, it's gross. It's really sad.
It is. Well, I'm gonna play another clip. This is one of three that I have for you.
Okay.
And let's see what they have to say here.
All right.
The out-of-control problem of retail theft is already having drastic consequences for the city of San Francisco. As Henry mentioned there, major retailers are scaling back hours at their stores in the city or worse, closing altogether. Let's discuss now the rampant shoplifting in San Francisco with Mitchell Marks, business professor there at San Francisco State. And Mitchell, we have seen a spike in incidents like the one that we saw there at Neiman Marcus. Are corporations prepared to deal with this kind of criminal activity?
Well, yeah, they are prepared, Heather, but they have to temper their preparations with the political climate. Here in San Francisco, there is almost an endorsement of the smash and grab. You know, the average citizen feels like the government no longer has their back. You know, you just showed a clip of a county supervisor, but it's almost as if the perps are the ones who are protected in the city.
Okay, so what are businesses like a Neiman Marcus supposed to do to head off this problem, given the political climate, the political atmosphere there in San Francisco?
Well, first of all, their comment that the safety of their staff and their customers is number one is most important. For safety first, that's to be said. Something that Target is doing is not closing stores, but limiting the number of hours open. So more daytime hours when there's more traffic. So that's one thing they can do. But again, it gets to the political climate. Target has been getting heat lately from progressives that they aren't doing enough for inner cities. Well, if they're going to open a store and then the store is going to lose money, that's not doing anyone any good. You know, right now, Target has a lot of stores they would like to close in inner cities because they're not making money. That's a reasonable business approach as far as I'm concerned.
Mitchell, we have seen, though, you gave that example of Target reducing hours. We have seen, though, people be upset with Target for making this move. We've seen people get really upset with CVS and Walgreens for closing stores that were repeatedly hit by shoplifters. So it almost appears as though it is a no-win situation for corporations. And Mitchell, when you are closing a store, when you are reducing hours, that means you're having less employees, less people employed in San Francisco.
And I'll tell you, the real losers are Heather, in addition to those potential hirees, are the senior citizens who don't have a ability to travel cross town. It's a lot of people who need to go to their local store, and unfortunately, it's the people who are most senior in age and have the fewer and also have fewer choices. Law-abiding citizens are suffering the consequences. So I understand it from the perspective of the store. I think the Neiman Marcuses and the Targets are very much straddling a tightrope here. Until the government elected officials join hand in hand with the business leaders and the community leaders, we're not going to see any improvement.
Yeah, we have seen the scale of thefts really making business for some untenable in San Francisco. Do you anticipate more closures or more businesses reducing their hours because of this surge in shoplifting?
Yes, Heather, I definitely do, because it's a simple business equation. If you have a store open and you're losing money, and if customers are afraid to come in the store, and you know, one of the nice things about shopping is that it's leisure for some people. But if you run in and run out because you're afraid of an incident, this is just very bad. And it just comes down. Look, I think businesses have a right to make money. Businesses, that's why they're in business, and they also serve their communities. They do a lot of good other than making profits. But the point is, if we're going to let these blatant attacks go without any repercussions for the perpetrators, what else can a store do than either shut down completely or reduce hours? I don't see any other alternative for them.
All right, Mitchell Marks, an important conversation, and obviously this latest heist has gotten more of the attention of San Francisco supervisors. We'll see if anything happens. Thank you so much, Mitchell. Really appreciate your time this afternoon.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mitchell. Appreciate it. Child, this is something else. This is something else here.
You know, it really is, especially because, you know, they don't get the bailouts, right? Like they don't get a lot of the small businesses, right? Like these big companies got, trillions and trillions of dollars of bailouts.
Right.
Smaller businesses didn't get that. They don't get that help. They don't get that extra security oversight help. Like when I listen to these stories, that's what I think about. I think about like, God, no wonder the small businesses are all going under no matter what they do, no matter how hard they're fighting. Like this is what it is. And somewhere like San Francisco, which is super expensive to live in. Oh,
already, yeah.
Right? And rent and oh God, this is terrible. But at the same time, it's like, I'm not justifying theft. I'm not doing it. But I am saying I do understand that when you put a population in a particular situation,
yes,
they're going to react accordingly. And you can't be shocked that they do. And I'm not shocked that they are. Like the cost of living is incredibly high. The cost for basics like food, like bread, water, eggs, stuff like that, very high. And right now your income could be anywhere from nil to incredibly low. It's not a good mix. Not a good mix at all.
And then you have to think about it. They're saying they've seen it, it's really been bad the past year and a half, which is when? The pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So it was already happening a little bit before, but now it has gotten worse.
Mm-hmm.
So,
by
what
far.
can you expect? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now with this this clip has audio of some of the stealing, some of the theft.
Oh.
So I said, well, let me share this. You may want to hear someone say, "Get your hands off me," and those type of things.
Mm-hmm.
So let me play that. Here we go.
Wow.
We found this guy jumping over the front counter, taking an airbed, and leaving the store on his scooter. No questions asked, no one stopping him.
He just came in with a suitcase. That's crazy, dog.
Bro, that's blatant.
They
That's
just come in with
savage.
suitcases?
Yeah. Savage.
I don't care. Call 911.
They're closed. We're closed right now. We're closed right now.
You better stop. You better stop. This is America. You better stop.
Wasn't even on DC.
Wasn't even on DC.
Wasn't even on DC.
Come outside. I'm sorry. Come outside. So watch out, please. Baby, stop hurting him. You dumbass. You don't know what you're doing. You're supposed to hurt him. What's up, man? Please get out of here. Oh my God.
Bro, come on.
Hey.
Watch your head. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. What, nigga? Yeah. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on.
17 Walgreens councilmen pulling out of the Bay Area because they can't make any money, because you can walk in and steal whatever you want and it's no longer a crime. So Walgreens is like, we're out.
The retailer giant is so sick of being a target of thieves, all 5 of their San Francisco locations will temporarily operate from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
For more than a month, we've been experiencing a significant and alarming rise in theft and security incidents at our San Francisco stores, similar to reports from other retailers in the area.
The California Retailers Association says much of this is being driven by organized crime rings.
And they prey on juveniles, they prey on homeless, they'll pay them $100 to go in and steal items, and then they end up selling those items and using the funding for really bad things, human trafficking, weapons, those types of things.
Prosecutors in San Francisco and in many other places throughout the state of California, for example, but not just there, no longer charge shoplifters. So people steal whatever they want. To be clear, it's not that Americans have become more prone to steal. It's that stealing is now allowed. And when you allow something, you get more of it. So this is the result of intentional policies designed to give us more stealing, designed to give us more murder, more rape, more pushing strangers in front of subway cars. It's happened because the people in charge allowed it to happen.
Oh, Tucker. It's real interesting. He talks about policy and what's allowed and everything. That means the dominant society, guys get a chance to do a whole lot of stuff. So it's allowed. So it works on both ends. Just saying.
Well, I'm just saying this though, right? You want to sit there and talk about the words policy, even though you generally don't tend to understand what policy is or how it affects anything, but cool. But here's the thing. He's absolutely right that there are absolutely people who are going to bastardize this type of thing, right? There's hustlers in the world of all shapes, sizes, races, religions, whatever, right? Who are out to get theirs.
Yeah.
They hear, really? You could really just steal? All right, cool. Yeah, I'm down. But I'm going to make a better association because really, when you think about most crime, criminality, and things like theft, it's not associated with race or a particular demographic other than poverty.
Yes.
Right? Crime is just not associated with race, it's associated with poverty. And when you control for poverty and race and all the other factors, what you find is that the other races, ages, demographics, they don't actually differ in crime rates at all, right? They commit these crimes at the same rate depending on how poor they are, right? So poverty is the thing. So yeah, when you've lost everything, you don't have somewhere to live, you're starving, you're looking into your kids, your wife, your husband's eyes, everyone's starving to death, right? Everyone's terrified, in an actual real way, not metaphorical. Winter is coming, you know what I mean? It's going to get colder, it's going to get, a little harsher, and whatnot. Yeah, you know what? You're going to be more likely to steal that piece of bread. And that's why in countries where poverty is prevalent and the punishment for theft is getting your hand cut off immediately, there's a lot of people walking around without a hand. They know they're going to lose their hand, but guess what? It is worth it to put that bread in their mouth. Okay?
Yeah, when you're hungry.
Right, when you're hungry. When you're desperate enough and you've got nothing to lose, yeah, you're going to make moves like this. And we can't ignore that factor and just pretend everyone who's doing it is like, oh, they're just a bunch of hustlers. Everyone has time out of their day to be bored and go and just bring a suitcase into the local Walgreens and just steal everything. Like, no, that's not what's happening.
Okay. Wow.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, I have an update. I have a happy update.
Oh, updates. Okay.
Well, first I'm going to make y'all sad because I'm going to remind you of the story, but then I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to give you the update. Okay. So let's do it that way.
Okay.
So, and we covered this story, I don't know how long ago. It happened last year, though. So I want to remind you of the story before I give you the update because I was really unhappy with the way they dealt with this. Now, this happened in the subway. And if you guys will remember, I'll just tell you really quickly before we watch the video. This guy was walking from car to car. His crime, right, which is a city ordinance issue, was walking from car to car from the moving subway, right? And so apparently you're not supposed to do this. I brought up the very obvious issue that if you're not supposed to do it, then why do you let the doors open? because I've been on the subway, and sometimes those doors open and sometimes they don't, which means they can be locked, which means you don't have to let them open, but you let them open, and Buddy was walking from car to car to car. Okay? That was his major crime for what we're about to see. So I'm going to refresh y'all's memory before I tell you about the update. Oops.
Give me your hand.
I didn't do nothing to you.
Go see Wi-Fi, man.
I didn't do nothing to you. I didn't do nothing to you. 7-3 bathroom. I don't want to punch. I want to 7-3 bathroom.
Shoot him. No. Shoot him.
Now y'all hear that, right? Yes. That cop who's lying on top of this man, right? Whose only crime was walking from one subway car to another while the subway was in transit, right? He's screaming, shoot him! Shoot him! He knows this guy is unarmed. Guy has no weapons in his hand. No one is at risk of bodily harm, but he is yelling out to his partner to shoot this guy because he doesn't want to just roll over. Now, he's not punching, he's not kicking, right? He's just trying to get away, which I think is a reasonable thing to try to do when people are lying on top of you. Like, your answer is shoot him. Now, luckily, at least this idiot, and you'll see why I call her an idiot now, at least her initial response is not to pull out a gun. Instead, she pulls out mace. Okay, let's see what continues to happen.
Stop resisting. Give me your hand. Give me your hand. Stop trying to. Okay. 7-3
bathroom.
Now, Mr. Cop, how are you so weak you're letting this man get up? I don't understand.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop. Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop.
Stop resisting.
Stop.
I hate to hear that too.
Stop resisting.
It's so stupid.
Shoot him.
He's scared. See? Shoot him. Shoot again. Shoot him.
Put your fucking hands there. Put your fucking, give him your hand. Give him your hand.
All he want, leave him alone. That's all he wants. Just leave me alone. I ain't did nothing to y'all.
Right.
Get away from me.
Right. And that's what he keeps saying. Like, this is where you can tell, like, yo, sometimes, I don't know, it might be that they have mental health disorders, you know, or sometimes it's like you could have post-traumatic stress disorder. And so you just want to flee because you're scared. Because he's saying, please don't handcuff me. Please don't, like, there's something weird. There's a little something off about this scenario. But if you look at what he's doing, he's not trying to hit them or hurt them in any way. He is just trying to get away from them. Yeah. And okay, he's trying to get away. He's not posing any threat, any physical threat to you, nor has he posed a physical threat to anybody. That is not why they're there. And this jackass keeps screaming, shoot him.
Right.
And he's being serious. He's not saying it to scare the guy. He's really trying to get his partner to pull out her gun and shoot this guy. Because he doesn't want to deal with it. That's how damn lazy they are. Now, they have the taser out. I don't know. I guess they have zero aim with tasers. Way better with bullets. Because obviously that's not doing much to this man. Let's see what happens.
Give him your hands out.
Oh! Oh! Oh, for those of y'all who didn't realize, that was a gun. So the whole time, her hands are down, and she shot that man. Because Buddy just told her to shoot him. Because why? And then what does he do when he gets shot? Does he lash out at them? No! He turns and runs! Because you know what? That's all he wants. It's just to get away from you people. Now, hold on. Shot him again.
Continue to shoot him.
Yes.
What in? Now I'm angry again. I remember being this angry.
Continued. Why? Why? And for the record, the guy who's recording, like, I'm so happy he was recording at the time. I mean, otherwise we might not have ever known this happened. So Michael G. McDonough, and he writes here, I don't exactly know what to do with this, but I witnessed and recorded the police involved shooting at the Grand Red Line station in Chicago a little over an hour ago. This is my unedited video. Trigger warning, obviously. Right? And it's like, yeah, what would you do if you had witnessed that? I wouldn't even know what to do. Like, so I actually understand what he's like. I don't know what to do with this situation. And then nothing happened. This was last year. Right? This was February 28th of 2020. The cops, initially, they were going to get no punishment. Nothing. Nothing happened. And this is why I say the power of grassroots media is huge. And yeah, the power of social media and I think cancel culture is just so lost right now. But yeah, we're showing we have power because when we start putting our boot on the neck of these bureaucrats, they're forced into doing something. So let's take a listen to now the follow up.
Shoot him, you dumb beep. Okay.
Girl, tell me now, like I said, this woman's an idiot. Fine. She's a whole idiot. Cool. Well, tell me how that man is in no way getting any form of charge.
I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. I was there and I didn't do nothing. You're right, Billy. We're not going to have any charges for you. We're going to get Shaquita. We're going to get her.
Damn right, right? Even though she tried, at least she went through the motion. She did the pepper spray, that she did the taser. She was at least trying to do something before she shot him needlessly. That man just wanted to start right at shooting. Just shoot him. He's about his life. Just kill him now. They had no idea they were being filmed, right? Just shoot him now. Just kill him. Who cares? But he not only did he not lose his job, right? He got no criminal charge, nothing. Nothing's gonna happen to him, right? She poor. What was her, right? She just shot a man for no reason at all. We should feel bad. And see, here's the thing, right? And they always do this. I mean, they always do it to us for sure, right? Yeah. We would have known all about the cocaine and whatever in his bag from last year if he was black. Right? So, but they always try to do that. Listen, that's an after the fact information. That doesn't make him a horrible person or a criminal. In fact, you know what? I'm still going to say this man was slow. And that's why he's like a 40-year-old corner boy, right? Because they do that a lot. And they will give that man the drugs. He knows what he's got and whatever, or a bag. They'll tell him, don't look in the bag and go from here to here, right? And, because he's just kind of slow and friendly and he doesn't look like the typical drug dealing type they normally kind of get away, so they can kind of transport their stuff. And so they do stuff like that. So I think the guy's kind of slow and he just was trying to follow through on his job, like he probably was only going to make peanuts on that little piece of marijuana and cocaine that was in there. He's not some big old drug dealer. Like, come on. You can see that there. They're so ridiculous. I'm so happy she's getting charged. Now we got to put the foot on the neck of the bureaucrats to get him too, because there's no way someone like that should still be in the uniform. Period. Okay. That's it.
Especially if he's in charge, he's the leading officer or whatever the title is. That's his solution to everything. Right. I can't beat him, so I'm gonna shoot him.
Right. Right. And after a year of investigating, 1 whole year, it took you a year. Right. If I shot someone in the subway, they would have arrested me first and then asked questions later. But here, it took them a year, well over a year, to investigate. And after they did that, after watching the video, they said, you know what? I think there's only really one person responsible, and it's the person who shot the man. That has nothing to do with the other cop at all. They're not partners. This was not clearly a joint decision. Shoot him! Shoot him! Shoot him! And he knew it. See, that's the thing. That's why I'm like, this woman's an idiot. You don't see what the mental gymnastics this man was playing with you? He could have pulled out his gun at any time.
Right, he owns one.
Right. No, He wasn't going to pull out his gun because he wasn't going to be responsible for it. He wanted his hands to be clean.
Yep.
Apparently, it works. So, duh. Good job.
Okay.
Good job. Yep.
Terrible. He'll be eating turkey Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Not her. Wow.
Exactly. And I got just a real quick one because this is not it's just another update, but we don't have enough information for me to make a big hullabaloo. But I wanted y'all to know this one because we did this one really recently. So now if y'all remember, of course you do. So you remember this man, Ryan Whitaker. He's the one who opened his door to some knocking and thought it was like whoever had been banging on his door the whole time.
Yeah.
Is it closed? Yeah, I thought, and as soon as he saw it was the police, his gun never came out of the room. He put it right down, and they shot him in the back twice anyway, and he died. And then they lied about it to the woman, to the police. They lied, right? So now what's happening is because originally they said no, he's not at fault. Nothing went wrong. We're not saying Ryan Whitaker's at fault. We're just saying the cops are also not at fault. Everyone was not at fault. Well, that wasn't working. So now they are actually planning to fire officer. Now, notice they haven't actually fired him. That's not what this says. This says that they're planning to fire him.
Oh.
So I don't know. That's what I said. It's like a half update. It's a half update. That's let us know if they're plans. Remember, before they weren't even planning to fire him. So it's an advancement. It's a baby step in the right direction. We'll see where it goes. It's just planning on firing this man who shot an innocent man
in the back
twice before they even gave the guy a chance to respond, and the guy was responding favorably because he didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, okay. So I just wanted to give you all that update as well. So again, foot on necks. It works. We got to do foot on neck. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Foot on neck. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. We gotta get that chant going. Foot on necks. Foot on necks. Yeah, I'm about that. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Are you ready for Ken and Karen? Are you ready?
Yeah. I could do some Ken and Karen. Yeah. Of course. I could always do some Ken and Karen. Come on.
All right, we ready, y'all. We are ready.
Girl.
Let me load it up. I have one, so I'll go ahead and get my little one out the way.
Yes, girl. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do our little intro here. What'd you say, Karen? You better get back.
Speed away, coronavirus. You are Karen.
It doesn't get less funny, does it? It's always amazing.
Lovely. Just lovely. Back up, lady.
Oh, so good. So good. Love them. Thank you for doing that, lady. You made our day.
Okay. That's our little intro to Ken and Karen. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this woman, let's see. They give me a lot of ads and stuff, but this is a curbside Karen. And let me, hopefully it'll be nice to me. I don't know. But there's curbside Karen. Hello, curbside Karen. Let me pull it up here.
Mm-hmm.
Boop. All right, curbside Karen, what you got for us? What you saying? Where's my screen? Okay, there it is.
Oh, damn.
A white woman could be charged with a hate crime after she called police on a black delivery driver and shouted racial abuse at him in Berkeley, California. What is going on in California? That's why I'm doing all this California today. Julie Walrard, Rand, or however you pronounce her name, 35, is facing a string of charges over the April 18th incident, including using offensive words and willfully threatening a person based on their perceived characteristic. Cron 4 reports. Walran and her boyfriend, who was not has not been identified, allegedly called 911 on Amazon driver Kendall McIntosh, claiming he was speeding through the streets of North Berkeley. When McIntosh then stopped to make a delivery, Walren pulled up next to him in her car and allegedly, no, ain't no allegedly, she did it, launched into an abusive tirade. Now let's see a picture of him. Where are you? I don't want to play it right now. There he is. Man just want to go to work, mind his business, do his thing. That's all he wanted. All right, now let me see if this video will play for me. I don't think there was any, yeah, it wasn't any audio. And I'll see if I can make it. Oh, there is audio.
New tonight at 9, a black delivery driver is going public tonight after he says he was racially profiled and harassed. Cell phone video here captured really intense moments after a Berkeley woman accused him of speeding, and then she and her boyfriend followed him yelling racial slurs.
Berkeley police arrested a woman last week for a hate crime after that fight in North Berkeley. And that's where we find right now Cron 4's Taylor Bisacki. She's live for us this evening after speaking with the victim. And Taylor, what's the story there?
Yeah, pretty crazy story, Justine. You know, the victim, Kendall McIntosh, he says that he was really scared in those moments and felt unsafe. At one point, the suspect, Julie Warland, she actually got into his delivery truck and tried to take control of the steering wheel several times. He says he's just thankful that neighbors got involved and recorded the incident because, unfortunately, he's been in a situation like this before.
Instantly just started cursing me out. Like, first sentence, I'm getting cursed at. It was just very derogatory language. You know, I was getting constant F-bombs thrown at me. I was getting just racially profiled from the jump.
Victim Kendall McIntosh says he was finishing rounds delivering packages in Berkeley when 35-year-old Julie Walrent accused him of speeding, and then she and her boyfriend followed him to Delaware Street and McGee Avenue in North Berkeley.
More so like the harassing started happening. That's when I was just trying to do my job and she wouldn't allow me to. She closed both double doors in the van I was trying to leave out of.
McIntosh says Warland's boyfriend then stood behind the delivery truck and prevented him from leaving.
While that was happening, his girlfriend also jumped inside my van as I was backing up. It was trying to grab onto the steering wheel. She did that 2 times in a row.
McIntosh was finally able to get out of the vehicle, but the screaming and racial slurs like the N-word continued from Warland. He says he's thankful neighbors got involved and continued recording the incident.
What constantly was running through my mind was that, you know, it could be me in cuffs instead of her. Yeah. So no matter what the situation is, just protect yourself. You know, if you feel like you have to videotape or anything, definitely do that, because I felt like if there wasn't a video, there wasn't her being recorded, she probably could have got away with saying this.
Berkeley police are classifying this as a hate crime, and they arrested Warland on suspicion of false imprisonment, battery, using offensive words, and willfully threatening a person based on their appearance. Now, Kendall says it was important to speak out about this and bring light to situations happening even here in Berkeley. You know, we've seen a lot of incidents happen over the last year, and he says that this is unfortunately just another one. And actually, this is the second hate crime arrest that's happened in Berkeley just this month. That's the latest here live in Berkeley. I'm Taylor Bisacki reporting. Back to you.
I would like to just know, you know, you're a couple. You're a couple. You're on your way somewhere, I don't know, from work, to the park, to dinner. You're on your way going somewhere. And you got in your bloodstream to go and just get heated and talk crap, chase someone in your vehicle, confront them, go around the car and van, get in it. I mean, what's really going on? I mean, you have nothing else to do. I've never had an idea of whether I was cut off or whatever the situation. Somebody beat me in a parking space. I just never got the idea of, hey, let me go, get in their face and attack them and call them names and all this stuff. I don't know what they have. I don't know if they, they're packing, as they say. I have none of this. I'm not aware. So why would I put myself in danger? But when you're a Karen, you don't care. You don't care. You're not afraid of anything. The law is on my side. I could do no wrong. I was right. He had no right speeding. And I sped behind him to let him know about himself. What sense does that make? Your Honor, I was speeding because he was speeding, so I had to speed behind him to let him know he was wrong.
Right. Yep.
You didn't issue him a ticket, no citation. You couldn't do any of those things. All you did was put people at risk, including yourself. But because you don't have the thought process and you're so privileged, you don't care. You're just
Right. At all.
dummy. It's just ridiculous.
They don't
Boy,
care.
I tell you.
You know what I want to know, Char? What I really want to know is why does Karen feel so comfortable opening other people's car doors and just like they own it, they just walk into it? Like, I don't understand why you think it's okay. Like, I can't imagine a scenario where I would think this is okay, and this is 2 weeks in a row now.
Yes.
Where we've covered a story and Karen, she just walk up to your door, open it, do whatever she wants up in your car. Like, wait, what?
I'm just so confused with them. How do you do that? Just you're not concerned of if there's a dog in there, a snake, anything. You don't know what's going on with people, what they got going on.
At
But
all.
she just doesn't care. And then you got Ken. I don't even know what's going on. It's not even the privileged Karens. I mean, it's even the poor ones. It doesn't even matter. So I don't know. It's just something about being a Karen. I don't know. I think we need to do a experiment. Yeah, we need to do an experiment. We're gonna have to cut them open and see what's going on in the brain. That's what we got to do. We got to check out the brain, see what's going on in there. But before I get any further, I want to give a shout out to Zero. Thank you so much for contributing to the channel. And with that being said, you have made Sheed sing. So Sheed, hit it.
Love it.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Makes the news even sweeter.
All right, what you got for us?
So many. Let's see, where do we want to start? You know what? Let's start with, just because I just kind of have a similar vibe for some reason. We're going to do this Karen first. Let me make sure I'm on the right story, because there's just, honestly, at this point, I still have like 7 tabs open and they're all Karen now. So I'm telling you, y'all, I have selection every week. I'm like, what top Karens will you see today? All right, you know what? Let's listen to this Karen story, because I feel like it has a little bit more to it than just Karen, because I don't like the way that this Karen situation was resolved. Y'all won't either. So let's hear this one. All right.
Okay.
Let me scroll down and open and play. Wait, let me go back. Okay.
Actually, I don't.
You probably do. You probably have a lot in your mouth.
Get that fucking camera.
On, beautiful people. I see a lot of people came through on that post. A lot of people had a lot of things to say. A lot of people had a lot of, I guess, understanding on what should have happened or what shouldn't happen. But here's a quick update. Just left the Augusta County Sheriff's Office because they arrested me. Yeah, they arrested me. They said that I was guilty of assaulting the lady who hit me.
Did y'all hear that?
What?
That woman on camera walked up to him and hit him very clearly. And then the police arrived on the scene, had conversations with everyone, talked to the racist Karen, took the racist Karen to a safe place to protect her, and then arrested this man for being hit by Karen. That's for real what he said. Yeah, that's what happened. Okay.
Even though they already saw a video that I had every legal right to split her, but I didn't.
Right.
You're good right there.
I had every legal right to split her, but I didn't. And he still got arrested.
I think he needs to go back and go ahead and take care of that. Yeah.
Yeah. See, this is the problem. It depends on where you are. It does. What state you're in, what city you're in, what county you're in, is it red or blue, and blah, blah, blah. Because ultimately, what you got now is a divide in the country, even amongst the cops who are red or blue. Because the cops that are pro-Trump and, far right and whatever, they're always going to side with their own. That's just what it is. And they don't care. They don't care about the law. They don't care about who violated what and whatever, right? They're going back to their quote-unquote old function, right? Where they're basically there to round up the slaves. They're not there to police white people. And that's really how they're functioning. It's so just disappointing to hear after all the progress we seem to have made, because hey, at least it's on camera, that we're still having these situations where even when it's on camera, even when it's not a cop, it's just a regular person, black man's still going to jail over it. Really? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, with that being said, right, I feel like this is the perfect time to play this Ken, because I feel like to see white rich kid privilege slapped down right now in this moment will make us all feel better. So let's do that.
Okay.
Now, y'all remember we did watch a Ken. I think it was a Ken. No, it was a Karen. It was a Karen a few weeks ago. And basically, they didn't know how to deal with her, and she was on a plane, and she was trying to get off the plane, and so they ended up taping her to the seat.
I heard about that. Okay.
You heard about that? Okay. So this is next level. Now, I guess, the airline said, hey, you know what? That sounds like a good way to deal with unruly passengers.
They should use Gorilla Tape, though, but go ahead.
Right? Damn, just don't use Gorilla Glue. Otherwise, Ken ain't coming off of that seat. Right? Let's see what happens with this unruly rich kid. This unruly rich Ken on this airline.
You guys fucking suck. On a Frontier Airlines flight to Miami, that is 22-year-old Max Berry from Ohio. My parents are worth more than fucking 2 million goddamn gallons. And you know what? You fucking suck. He bragged about his parents' wealth after being reprimanded for screaming, cursing, and allegedly groping two female flight attendants. Shut the fuck up! Eventually, a male flight attendant intervened. No. When Barry threw a punch, the flight attendants decided to restrain him. So they held Barry with duct tape to a seat. It was all quite amusing and satisfying to the rest of the passengers. And when the plane landed in Miami, law enforcement boarded the aircraft and arrested Barry. But now Frontier Airlines is facing an intense social media backlash. Hello, everybody. I'm David Schuster, and thanks for joining us. Frontier is getting hammered because the airline says it has now suspended the crew on this July 31st flight from Philadelphia to Miami. Quote, the flight attendants will be, as required in such circumstances, relieved of flying pending completion of investigation.
Okay, so yeah, okay. Now they're being suspended, right? Now here's Buddy's mugshot, right? Now,
he did.
It's epic, right? I mean, this is so great. But I want to show y'all. Hold on. Get to the. Oh, of course he did. 1,000%. Right. Now I think this is the part of the video right about here. I want to show y'all. This is basically the contention. There's a little contention towards the end, and this is why they're in a little bit of trouble. Let's see.
In it watching this video, and another talking to pilots and flight attendants, and then send these Frontier employees on to their next assignment.
It's just so funny.
This is not a close call.
Oh, they didn't show it.
Way,
okay,
all
my
data
bad.
shows.
Okay, so the problem was, is the kid was sitting there screaming, "Oh, oh!" right, all pathetically. And then I guess apparently having that video footage was like, oh, it's undue mental harm or whatever. Here's the problem though, right? They didn't just automatically jump to this conclusion, okay? They didn't just automatically. They tried to subdue him. He sexually and physically assaulted he sexually assaulted two stewardesses because he grabbed them in the breast and buttocks. Okay, he physically assaulted stewards and stewardesses. Okay, and they tried on multiple occasions to get him to just shut up and simmer down. He would not comply. What are they supposed to do? Let him run amok? Keep assaulting passengers and stewardesses, sexually, physically, whatever, because he's had a few drinks and now with the elevation, he's way too drunk and unruly and rich and privileged, affluenza. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, what are you supposed to do?
I would have slipped a little, Gorilla Glue in his seat. I think I want to look at that. So let me give me 30 seconds here. Let's see what she got to say.
My hair, it don't move. My hair, it don't move. It don't move. My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? My hair, it don't move. My hair, my hair, my hair, it don't move. My hair, my hair, my hair, it don't move. Yo, look, yo, look, yo, look. Woo! Bad idea. Yo, look, hey, yo, look. Stiff wear. Yo, look, bad idea. My hair, it don't move. My hair, it don't move. It don't move. My hair, it don't move. You hear what I'm telling you? My hair, it don't move. Gorilla Glue. Bad idea. Bad idea. Bad idea. Yo, look, it don't move. It don't move. Swing the remix on. Bad idea.
Yeah, see, and you put that in the seat.
Funny.
He wouldn't move. That's right. Right? Slip a little bit in there, it'd be all right. Yeah.
Right? The Ken, he don't move. Right?
Right. He can't move. The Ken.
Oh my God, that was good.
Yeah, that's what we got to do to him. We got him. We got him next time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all. Now listen, Christian Karen, the double dose of Christian Karen. She's my finale for the day, so we ain't gonna do her yet. But I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing, giving y'all the teaser. Okay, the teaser. Now I was trying to decide here. I think what we're gonna do next. Yeah. We are going to do parking Karen. Yeah. Now, I think parking Karen is amazing. It just shows you the level of blatant entitlement that Karen honestly feels in her soul. Now, I'm going to tell y'all how I found this video. I went looking for videos that were posted on my birthday, right? So I feel like this Karen video being posted on August 2nd, it's like a gift and it must be shared with the world. So that makes it extra special, y'all. Makes it extra special. And shout out to World Star Hip Hop for making this possible. See, uploaded August 2nd. Now, y'all will hear the story. I don't even need to give y'all preamble. You'll hear it. You'll hear it. All right. Y'all ready? Y'all, are you ready for this? Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Saturday because I am not happy.
I'm sorry about that.
I have.
Hold on. Did y'all see that? All he said is, I'm sorry for that. She was about to. Don't. Like, he was trying to commiserate with you. You miserable so-and-so. Like, no, she's not even taking that. Don't you dare try to tell me you're sorry about that. Okay. So if y'all didn't catch the vibe there, let's keep going.
Always put that damn fucking tag in my window all the time. I am 65 years old. I got home after taking dinner someplace last night to some people whose grandkid died and to my sons from Springville. And I got home around midnight. I think it was after. I forgot to put it in my window. And I am really mad. When I have a warning, I'm giving you guys a warning. I know this is your job, but you better know my car and you better know who I am. Because I'll make your life hell. I promise you that. I'm so furious about this.
So if we can see it in the vehicle, generally.
Hold on. In case y'all missed what she said, I was out late. You should feel sorry for the fact that I was, being this wonderful person, bringing meals to people who lost children. Whether that's true or not, we don't know, but whatever. And then because I was out late trying to feed my kids and these poor people who had lost kids, and I got home late, I didn't do my job as a citizen who lives here and put my parking pass in the window, visibly displayed where it should be. So when you guys came to do your job, which we want you guys to do, so that way a bunch of randoms don't park in our parking spaces and then we don't have anywhere to park, you said, oh, you know what? This car doesn't belong here. I'm going to give it a warning. She said, a warning. This is what she's complaining about. And in the future, not only should he, but the whole police department should memorize her car and her license plate. So whether she does her job as somebody who lives there or not and displays that parking permit, they damn well better never punish her for not doing what she's supposed to do. That's literally what she said. Like, how dare you? You better. And if not, she will make their life a living hell. I know it's your job, but I'll make your life a living hell. Okay. Let's
Really, we'll let it go. So I mean,
well, I'm not going to say generally. I'm going to say, please make sure it's always let go.
Well, can you see that?
So I mean, obviously I can see that. They would have to check the video footage. I mean, you can always appeal it and they can check it to see if they saw it. But
no, it wasn't there last night. Because I'll tell you something. The way our car's set up, it actually broke the top thing because it doesn't hook on.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. So we've been putting it here. Now it actually works better than it did. And I always have it showing, always. But last night I didn't. So you're going to threaten me with $1,000 and put a boot on my car.
So that's a warning.
Take your glasses off.
So, well,
please.
It's bright out here, ma'am. So, I mean, the problem is,
okay.
That warning there is to tell you if you tamper with the boot or try to damage the boot, then we're going to charge you with Class B misdemeanor and $1,000 fine, as well as for the boot replacement and the boot fees. So that's just there to try and deter people from damaging our property. So, I mean, where that permit...
We're in the shade, by the way. It's not bright right now.
Okay, ma'am, whether I wear sunglasses outside or not, it's not a concern, okay?
really not the
So
issue.
for me to take the boot off, it's a $60 fee. And our guys will check through the windows if we can see it in the open, where we can see it, like where he was showing it. That is something that generally we'll see that and be like, all
But
right,
if
yeah,
they
you're good.
don't, and if they miss it, then we're just out another $65.
So I mean, that's the risk you run if you don't have it somewhere that's very visible. So, but if we can see it, we'll leave the vehicle
I wish
alone.
I could see your eyes, because that's kind of chicken shit. Talking to me and not take you down.
He's so obsessed.
I don't know why my glasses are a problem for you, ma'am.
Okay, well, let's let go of that.
Let's get this taken care of.
Excuse me, okay?
Bullshit.
Excuse me. Take it off.
So after the fee's been paid, I'll take the boot off.
Like, yo.
Dang.
Yo, this is some next level. You hear what he said?
It's paid.
Dude, this
Take
guy
it off.
really said, yo, take it off. Like, no, you're going to really need to. No, listen, you're not even an effective Ken, okay? You don't count. Okay? You're trying to follow Karen. It's not working for you, okay?
No,
you're
not
like,
at all.
you're just Karen simp. You stop. Because it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Okay? Like, it ain't working.
Sippy Karen. I mean, Sippy
Yeah.
Ken.
Sippy Ken. Like, enough. But like, yo, take it off. Yeah, as soon as you pay the money, I'll take it off. It's like, those are the rules. Why do you think look, you can keep sitting here telling me that the rules don't apply to you, and I'm gonna keep standing here telling you that the rules apply to you.
You need to
How
take your
dare you
glasses
threaten me? They're not threatening you, they're telling you. You put a boot on your car, as per the ordinances here. You are admitting that thing was nowhere near visible anywhere. You're admitting this. So, and like, that's the thing. Like, Ken's trying to lie for her, right? Because he's trying to say, like, yo, no, it was there. It was on the seat. I mean, it's clearly right there. She's like, no, it wasn't. It wasn't there last night. Nope. It was actually hidden. You wouldn't have been able to see it. It doesn't matter. You should have known my car. What?
Better not next time, or else I'm gonna get you.
It's
I promise you.
Right? The entitlement. I don't know. I can't even imagine being this entitled. It's super amazing. But you know what, guys? Like I said, we're gonna finish with Christian Karen today. I'm so glad Mama Rubes is here for Christian Karen. You know, what with her being a pastor and all, you know. Yeah. So this is Christian Karen. She's just here trying to save souls.
Does she have a hijab on? Or no.
Oh, she doesn't.
Oh, okay.
The person that she's speaking to his wife might though. So and that's the soul she's trying to save. Let's see how she saves these souls. And remember, like I told you, it's a two-parter, y'all. It's a two-parter. Now, it's next level. I'm telling you. Christian Karen doesn't really resemble a Christian to me, but I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. All right, let's see, y'all. Y'all let me know if this reminds you of what Christianity and saving souls is all about. Yeah, right. Like, y'all let me know. Well, what is happening now?
Eternity, motherfucker. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker.
Could
You do need my help.
Oh my God,
sir.
it's getting
Can't
smaller.
you see that, you son of a bitch?
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
I give up.
Fuck you! I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
How many times she gonna say
Wow,
motherfucker?
this is.
You got to ask Jesus Christ.
I
We're
don't
all
have
sinners.
to do anything.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not going to force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
You motherfucking accuser. Accuser of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker. Yes, ma'am. Because you won't repent.
I just want to get some groceries and go home.
You can do nothing but laugh.
Okay, so because this is religious views, so I'm not sure if you're mad at me.
I don't give a fuck because it's gonna burn in hell. And you are too, bitch. If you don't have Jesus Christ as your savior,
Damn.
you're gonna be down there fucking with them, screaming and holy fucking terror of fucking fire and brimstone. Do you fucking get it?
Yeah, totally understand.
Yeah, totally understand.
I mean, well, it's not the way to do it.
Answer my fucking question. Fuck you, don't call me ma'am.
Now you can't call her ma'am.
Motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. Motherfucker.
I do apologize.
You have to repent of your sins in order to be saved. Otherwise, you're going to spend eternity in fucking hell. And I don't want that. I want you to be saved. I want you to be saved, sir. I don't want you to burn in hell for all the fucking eternity. You know what that's going to do to your fucking mind?
And that is my choice in life.
I want you to please understand how much love. That's why I'm doing this, sir. This is my job.
If this is how you act when Jesus loves you, that's all I'm saying.
She's holy, all right.
Right? The holy son.
Do you? Stop that right, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. At least that's her favorite word.
She likes that.
Get a fucking away from me. You're in my personal space, bitch.
Damn.
Get out of my fucking personal space. You came over to me, motherfucker. I didn't come over to you. Fuck you. Shut the fuck up. You all better repent. Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut your fucking mouth, bitch. You don't have Jesus Christ in your heart. I feel fucking sorry for you.
Yo, she thinks she could just keep going and shopping. Like, yo, this wasn't a big deal. What? I didn't do anything. I was just trying to save souls. What? Well, why y'all following me? I'm gonna go shopping. Like, she really, she's so amazing. Okay, keep going. Wait. Who are they to decide what's inappropriate or not?
Right.
It's their store. They are the manager and employees of the store. The corporation and the manager, they all decide what's appropriate or inappropriate, and then they uphold that. So literally, they are the ones who decide in that place what's appropriate or not.
Holy Karen says no.
Yeah, right? Who the hell? Well, no, she didn't even say hell. Well, this woman has cussed more than I hear any one person in any bar cuss. In fact, I think if you put about 3 or 4 dirty sailors together, okay, they cuss less than this in a minute. This woman, she cusses like every sentence, she punctuates it with something. It's amazing. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Don't you know that? Don't you know that by now? Fuck you!
Think about how loud she's yelling that he's this far away and she's coming through that clearly. Okay.
Get the fuck up, you fucking gnat! Get the fuck away from me! You fucking gnat! Get the fuck out of here, I told you! I don't give a shit! They're gonna fucking... I don't give a shit! You can lock me up in a fucking prison like without fucking parole, and I'll be better off than any one of you motherfuckers! Shut the fuck up!
Okay.
Fuck you, sir! Shut the fuck! Are you that fucking dumb?
hear some applause?
You're good, man. I got like 5 minutes of this.
Yes, I'm going viral.
He knows it.
Right? Now, okay, y'all. So tell you a little bit about she's a Karen. She got her own specialized name though, is Religious Rita, because she's some next level. We're not even really sure what she's about, right? So
Okay.
right, and of course this happened at Walmart because honestly, like only Walmart has a website called People of Walmart. There's no People of Target. And it's just the most ridiculous, tragic things you've ever seen. Right? Only at Walmart could something like this happen. Okay? Like,
Dang.
I know. And the thing is, it's amazing. Like, I don't know if it's that she's just really ignorant. I don't know if she's on drugs or alcohol or something, and she's kind of hiding in religion in a way. Like, I'm not really sure exactly what went wrong with this chick. Exactly. But I don't know, right? But anyway, so she gets arrested, right? You're hoping maybe, well, I mean, honestly, sometimes when people get arrested,
Yeah.
they change their ways.
Yeah. Normally, sometimes, sometimes,
Yes, I mean sometimes, right? So let's see if Christian Karen, aka Religious Rita, changed her ways. She was spotted, in another grocery store.
Yeah, let's see if she repented. Yeah. Repenting
Right?
Rita. Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Repenting Rita, right? Religious Rita became Repenting Rita. We're all very thankful. She's a different person. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's a fucking life. Can you imagine a man and a woman who are married? And the man.
He's trying to, but she's harassing him.
The guy murders himself. He gets 72 fucking virgins. What does she get out of it? What does she fucking get out of it?
Now, I gotta say, that's a fair question. I've always wondered that, right? Like, how come the men get 72 virgins and women get nothing? Like, I just kind of feel like that's a raw deal, right? Like, where's my 72 virgins or whatever? I don't know. But
yeah, they get that little pink penis. That's all they're gonna get.
yeah, right? Now, this would be a super fair question if the man was Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I want to show y'all in a second why I don't think he's Muslim, and why there's a good indication that I think he's not Muslim because of the company he's keeping currently. But we'll keep watching.
Okay.
How does she get 72 fucking dicks in her mouth? Is that what she gets? Because you get 72 fucking virgins if you were married. Is that true or not? Is that true or not? Does the Quran say you're going to get 72 fucking virgins if you marry yourself? Is that true? Because what is the woman out? The woman that you married, and if you married her, if you love her, and you're going to fucking murder her, you get out of my fucking face. Get the fuck away from me.
Stop harassing me.
Get the fuck away from me.
You're following you. You're following me, bitch. Get the fuck out of here.
Uh-oh.
Now, hold on. I forgot to. Sorry about that. I was trying to. My mouse was kind of frozen. Okay, so I want y'all to look at the person he walks away with, who I assume is.
Yeah, that's a man.
That's a man, right? But also, based on the age, and what I'm going to say, this is his father, based on the dress and whatever, and this turban here that normally Sikhs wear. Sikhs are not Muslim. It's a different religion. right? Not all brown people are Muslim. So this is why I said off bat, I'm positive she saw the way that this man was dressed and just said, oh, they must be Muslim, even though that's not Muslim garb. It's literally Sikhs wear turbans now, and I know that because we have a large variety. But especially, I know what turban is because we even have different types of Sikh here. So, like, she already, it's like religious bigotry to begin with because she's already making the assumption, and then she's chasing him around, spewing things from the Quran at him, and it's not even his religion. Like, what are you doing? Like, you're not even saving him from the right religion, and you don't even know what his religion is because he's not wearing the turban. So maybe he's renounced that religion, but this is still his dad, and he takes him shopping on Saturdays. You don't know. Like, why are you making this assumption? Why is this your business at all? It's amazing. Just amazing. Like she's so determined. It's amazing. Oh my God. Karen said, today I got time, son.
You get out of my fucking face. Get the fuck away from me. Stop harassing me. Get the fuck away from me.
You're following you, Mike. You're following me, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. Grab your milk so why you saying go. How'd you even end up here? How'd your drunk ass end up here? How'd your drunk ass end up here? Yeah. What do you want?
Ooh, see, he said drunk. Maybe he smells alcohol.
Police are on their way. I can't do
exactly
nothing.
where I am, okay? And I know exactly who created you. Get your fucking hand off me, motherfucker!
He didn't even
touch me
You
again,
guys,
motherfucker.
come this way. She's not
Oh,
going to
her
follow.
favorite words back.
I fucking dare you to fucking touch me one fucking more.
Do it.
Charles, don't. Charles, come
Do
over
it,
here.
Charles.
Don't do it. Come over here.
Do it, Charles.
She is not worth anything.
Yes, she is.
She's,
Do it.
Don't ever fucking touch me again. You put your fucking hands on me, sir, and I'm gonna file a police report against you.
you need a police report filed against you because you were just harassing that man because of his religion.
You fucking pushed me, motherfucker.
He didn't do shit to you.
Shut the fuck up,
No.
you fucking fat fucking pig.
We're like, you got room to talk. Who are you talking to? Oh, okay. You hurt my feelings.
I'm gonna file a fucking
Everyone can get it. Everyone can get it.
No, he didn't. I got you on camera. He didn't push look
you.
at this.
And you fucking
Hey,
pushed me,
we want.
motherfucker.
Look at this. Look at this right here. You've been recorded the whole time.
You feel me?
Look at this right here. You've been recorded. Yeah, you've been recorded the whole time, and you can.
Good. Fuck you, lady. Let it make a
So
million
try to
dollars
make a
on
false
fucking
police
YouTube.
report. So try to.
You fucking cunt.
How are you so religious?
You're
Gonna-
gonna make $1 million off
Can I
of
ask
it.
you how are you so?
You fucking touched me, and you.
Can we all
fucking
just pray for her for a second? Because she needs
Your ass
Jesus.
Until the cops get here, motherfucker.
She does.
Need a straight jacket.
Hey, motherfucker.
Uh-oh.
Have another
Stay
drink.
with me, bro.
Do another line.
You're going
Record it.
And
boom.
Arrested
You know
again.
what's gonna happen to you, motherfucker, unless you repent and ask Jesus Christ to forgive
Maybe
you
you
for
should
your
ask
sins?
Jesus Christ.
You have any
Maybe you
fucking
should ask
idea
all
what
the
you
gods.
just did.
You're acting.
I think you need all the gods in your
Woo!
life. Thank you, sir.
And no
We
applause
appreciate
again.
you.
Yo,
Okay, so if you guys just want.
not for anything. Walmart will let anyone into their store, okay? Anybody. They need to stop letting this woman into Walmart, okay?
Watched my Instagram story about that. And I said,
Oh, I thought this was the one where she kept explaining. Oh, it don't matter. Listen, y'all.
See, that's the thing. She hasn't approached the right one. If she approached the right brother or sister, you already
Turner.
Right.
already know she just approached the wrong ones. That's all.
Yeah. You know she's selective too. Like the kind of disgust and fury and whatever, like that face and that voice that comes out of her. She wasn't talking to the white boys like that. She wasn't talking to the cops like that. No, she talks to anyone who's not white like that.
Yeah.
Like, there are, actually, I'm going to assume she doesn't come after black people. You know why? Because I think that she would assume that the majority of us are Christian. And so that doesn't give her her gateway. Like, right? Christianity is her gateway drug to abuse people. Right. So, like, that's the thing. As long as we don't try to defend nobody, I don't think she would directly come for us. She looks for brown people. Right. Just like the manager guy. She don't know what he looks like. Like, he could be a half black kind of guy. Like, like he could still be black, but she just assumes he's brown from like India or something. Right. So that's why she starts coming with the venom at him too. Like, she's so racist and so drunk, and she's hiding behind Christianity. It's amazing, and she learns nothing. Like, just do the same thing, right? I give her about 6 months. We'll have another one. Y'all keep looking out for religious Rita. I'll give you an update when we find one.
Okay, she gonna get it. Unless somebody don't give her a straight jacket first.
I think she's normal when she's sober. And because that's what I was thinking. I think she's on drugs or alcohol. So when those kids said drunk, and a few people were saying, like, that means they could smell the alcohol on her to know that she's been drinking. So I'm like, maybe she was a Christian at some point, and then she started drinking. I don't know, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Just imagine. I can't even. I don't want to go to Walmart ever again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we're gonna give her a toast on the way out. Hope you guys have some nice wine with your dinner. If you haven't had it, we're gonna toast Rita. She might not need any more, but I'm gonna toast on the way out anyway. But until next week, everyone. Peace.
Cheers, y'all.